Seniors, 3 powerful fruits can gently support your brain and help improve memory over time. It may surprise you to know that as we age, our brain naturally changes, and sometimes this can affect memory. You might walk into a room and forget why you went there, or pause for a moment trying to remember a familiar name. These small moments can feel worrying, even emotional. They are not just simple forgetfulness. They can make you feel unsure or a little lost. But it's important to remember, you are not alone in this. Many older adults experience these changes, and it does not mean you are losing yourself. Your brain is still capable of care, support, and improvement. The good news is that simple, natural foods, like certain fruits, can help nourish your brain, support memory, and keep your mind feeling clearer and stronger. Pharmaceutical industries have often pointed toward complex interventions or resigned acceptance, but the truth hidden in plain sight is far more empowering and accessible than you might ever have imagined. Your brain is a miraculous, dynamic organ that possesses an extraordinary capacity to rebuild and repair itself, a transformative process known as neurogenesis, provided it is given the precise nutritional tools it desperately needs to combat the relentless oxidative stress that ravages it while you sleep. Every single night, as you rest, your brain is either slowly starving and rusting from within due to accumulated toxins and metabolic waste, or it is actively engaged in a profound process of cellular rejuvenation, and the deciding factor between these two outcomes often lies in the simple, synergistic compounds found in everyday foods. Today, we are going to explore a deeply impactful, scientifically validated approach to halting this nightly neuronal death and sparking a rapid, visible restoration of your memory and mental clarity using just 3 humble, common household fruits that you likely already have sitting on your kitchen counter. Before we delve into the intricate biochemical wonders of these 3 specific fruits, I urge you to subscribe and remain engaged until the very end of this presentation, because the knowledge you are about to acquire has the potential to fundamentally alter the trajectory of your cognitive health and restore the vibrant mental acuity of your youth. The first fruit in our powerful brain-saving trio is the remarkably unassuming banana, a dietary staple that is secretly a neurochemical powerhouse designed by nature to replenish the very foundations of your cognitive function. As we age, our brains experience a significant drop in the production of crucial neurotransmitters, the chemical messengers that allow neurons to communicate with one another across synapses, leading to the sluggish thinking and poor recall that so many seniors find incredibly frustrating. Bananas are extraordinarily rich in vitamin B6, a vital nutrient that acts as a fundamental catalyst in the synthesis of neurotransmitters, particularly gamma-aminobutyric acid, widely known as GABA, which plays a critical role in calming the nervous system and regulating brain activity to prevent the misfiring of neurons that often leads to confusion and anxiety. When your brain lacks sufficient vitamin B6, the entire communication network within your mind begins to fray. But by introducing the precise, natural dosage found in a banana, you are effectively repairing the wiring of your brain, allowing thoughts and memories to flow with renewed speed and clarity. Furthermore, bananas are an exceptional source of dietary magnesium, a mineral that is absolutely essential for maintaining the plasticity of synapses, which is the biological mechanism that allows your brain to learn new information and form lasting memories. Magnesium acts as a gatekeeper for the NMDA receptors in the brain, ensuring that they are only activated when necessary, thereby protecting your delicate brain cells from the toxic effects of overstimulation and preventing the premature death of neurons. Consider the story of Martin, a 72-year-old retired teacher who had begun to experience such severe memory lapses that he feared he would no longer be able to live independently or enjoy his lifelong passion for reading historical biographies. Martin described his mind as feeling like a dense, impenetrable fog had settled over it, making even simple tasks like following a recipe or remembering his grocery list feel like insurmountable challenges that left him feeling defeated and isolated. Desperate for a solution that did not involve heavy medications with adverse side effects, Martin began to integrate a specific routine involving bananas into his daily diet, strategically timing his consumption to maximize the absorption of vitamin B6 and magnesium right before his brain entered its crucial restorative sleep cycles. Within just a few weeks, Martin experienced a profound transformation. The dense fog began to lift, his ability to concentrate on complex narratives returned, and he found himself vividly recalling details from his past with a sharpness he had not experienced in over a decade. Martin's extraordinary success story is not an isolated miracle, but rather a perfect illustration of how replenishing depleted neurochemicals can dramatically reverse the symptoms of cognitive decline and empower seniors to reclaim their cherished memories and mental agility. However, merely replenishing neurotransmitters is not enough to secure lasting cognitive health if the physical structure of the brain remains under constant assault from environmental toxins and the natural byproducts of cellular metabolism. This brings us to the second crucial fruit in our neuroprotective arsenal, the crisp and universally accessible apple, which holds the key to cleansing the brain of destructive oxidative waste and stimulating the birth of fresh, healthy brain cells. Every moment of every day, your brain consumes a massive amount of oxygen and glucose to generate energy, but this vital process also produces harmful free radicals, unstable molecules that aggressively attack and damage the cellular membranes and DNA of your neurons in a process known as oxidative stress. Over the years, this oxidative stress accumulates, leading to the buildup of toxic plaques and tangles that physically obstruct the pathways of memory and cognition, effectively suffocating your brain cells and accelerating the aging process. Apples are uniquely equipped to combat this insidious threat because they contain an exceptionally high concentration of quercetin, a powerful plant flavonoid that possesses potent antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties specifically capable of neutralizing free radicals before they can inflict irreversible damage on your delicate neural tissues. Quercetin is one of the few natural compounds that can easily cross the blood-brain barrier, the highly selective semi-permeable membrane that separates the circulating blood from the brain and extracellular fluid in the central nervous system, allowing it to deliver its protective benefits directly to the most vulnerable areas of the mind. Once inside the brain, quercetin not only halts the progression of oxidative stress, but also actively stimulates the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, a miraculous protein that acts like fertilizer for the brain, encouraging the survival of existing neurons and aggressively promoting neurogenesis, the growth and differentiation of entirely new neurons and synapses. Furthermore, the high levels of specific dietary fibers found in apples, particularly pectin, play a surprisingly vital role in cognitive health by modulating the gut microbiome, which science has recently revealed to be intimately connected to brain function through the gut-brain axis. By nourishing the beneficial bacteria in your digestive tract, apple pectin helps reduce systemic inflammation throughout the entire body, thereby lowering the inflammatory burden on the brain and creating an optimal biological environment for cellular repair and memory consolidation. When Martin combined his daily banana with an apple, he was not just masking his symptoms. He was actively engaging in a comprehensive biological restoration, simultaneously providing the raw materials for neurotransmitter production while aggressively sweeping away the oxidative debris that had been suffocating his mind for years. Yet, to truly safeguard the brain and ensure that these powerful nutrients are efficiently delivered and retained, we must fortify the brain's natural defense mechanisms and optimize the cardiovascular pathways that supply it with life-giving oxygen and nutrients. This absolute necessity introduces our third and final transformative fruit, the vibrant and refreshing orange, a citrus marvel that is specifically tailored to shield the blood-brain barrier and dramatically enhance cerebral blood flow. As we age, the tiny microvessels that supply blood to the brain can become stiff, narrow, and less efficient, depriving our neurons of the essential oxygen and glucose they desperately need to function, while simultaneously compromising the integrity of the blood-brain barrier, allowing unwanted toxins and inflammatory markers to seep into the brain tissue. Oranges are world-renowned for their profound abundance of vitamin C, a crucial antioxidant that is absolutely necessary for the synthesis of collagen, the primary structural protein that maintains the elasticity and strength of your blood vessels, ensuring that the intricate network of capillaries in your brain remains robust and fully functional. But the true secret weapon hidden within the orange is a highly specialized bioflavonoid called hesperidin, which is predominantly found in the white, spongy inner lining of the peel and the pulp of the fruit, a compound that has been scientifically proven to significantly improve blood circulation and lower blood pressure. Hesperidin works by promoting the production of nitric oxide in the endothelial cells that line your blood vessels, signaling them to relax and dilate, which results in a massive, immediate surge of nutrient-rich blood flowing directly into the deepest, most memory-critical regions of the brain, such as the hippocampus. This enhanced cerebral blood flow not only ensures that the vitamin B6 from the banana and the quercetin from the apple are rapidly and efficiently transported to your starving neurons, but it also physically reinforces the tight junctions of the blood-brain barrier, creating an impenetrable fortress against the insidious toxins that cause neurodegeneration. Consider the deeply relatable journey of Sarah, a 68-year-old grandmother who had become increasingly terrified by her inability to remember the names of her newest grandchildren, a heartbreaking reality that made her feel entirely disconnected from her family and deeply vulnerable to the passage of time. Sarah had tried various expensive supplements and fleeting internet gimmicks to no avail, leaving her feeling frustrated and hopeless until she discovered the synergistic power of combining these three specific fruits into a dedicated, scientifically timed daily regimen. She learned that eating an orange not only provided the hesperidin needed to open up her cerebral pathways, but the vitamin C also acted as a powerful regenerator for the quercetin in the apple, recycling the antioxidant after it had neutralized a free radical, thereby exponentially multiplying its protective effects within her brain. Sarah began to meticulously implement this simple, transformative routine, and the results she experienced were nothing short of extraordinary. Within a month, the terrifying gaps in her memory began to close. She felt a profound surge in her daily mental energy, and she tearfully recounted the sheer joy of effortlessly recalling stories from her youth to share with her grandchildren without a single moment of hesitation. The beauty of this approach lies entirely in its profound simplicity and its reliance on the deeply interconnected, synergistic biological mechanisms of nature, contrasting sharply with the isolated, often harsh approaches of synthetic pharmaceutical interventions that fail to address the root causes of cellular starvation and oxidative decay. To truly harness the extraordinary power of the banana, the apple, and the orange, you must understand how to integrate them into your life not just as random snacks, but as a purposeful, targeted routine designed to maximize their biochemical interactions and align with your body's natural circadian rhythms. The most optimal way to implement this brain-rejuvenating protocol is to create a specific evening routine, consuming these three fruits approximately 1 to 2 hours before you go to sleep, taking advantage of the biological reality that your brain performs its most intense and critical cellular repair and memory consolidation during the deepest phases of your nightly rest. By eating a medium-sized banana, you are flooding your system with the magnesium and vitamin B6 necessary to calm your nervous system, increase your GABA levels, and prepare your brain for deep, restorative sleep, ensuring that the physical process of neurogenesis is not interrupted by restlessness or anxiety. Accompanying this with a crisp apple, making absolutely sure to consume the skin where the highest concentration of quercetin is located, provides the powerful antioxidants required to actively seek out and neutralize the free radicals that are generated during the brain's intense nightly metabolic cleaning process. Finally, incorporating the orange, either by eating it whole to benefit from the hesperidin-rich pulp or by blending it into a vitalizing evening smoothie with the other two fruits, guarantees that your blood vessels are fully dilated, maximizing the cerebral blood flow necessary to transport these critical nutrients across the fortified blood-brain barrier exactly when your brain needs them most. This carefully structured routine is not merely a dietary suggestion. It is a profound, scientifically backed strategy to halt the relentless, invisible shedding of neurons that occurs while you sleep, effectively turning the terrifying vulnerability of the night into a powerful, rejuvenating healing session for your mind. It is a direct, empowering action you can take right now, in the comfort of your own home, to actively safeguard your cherished memories, protect your cherished independence, and ensure that your golden years are defined by mental clarity, vibrant conversations, and the joyful retention of every precious moment with your loved ones. You do not have to accept the frustrating daily lapses in memory or the insidious creep of brain fog as unavoidable realities of aging. You possess the extraordinary ability to nourish, cleanse, and rebuild your brain cells fast, reclaiming the sharp, focused intellect that is rightfully yours. I invite you to acknowledge the profound value of the knowledge shared today by liking this video, sharing its transformative insights with friends and family members who might also be silently struggling with the fear of cognitive decline, and leaving a comment below to share your own experiences, your hopes, and your commitment to taking control of your brain health starting tonight.